Welcome everyone to our presentation. I'm Tuang,
I am Quỳnh.
and today we're gonna talk about a very hot topic. It's the dishonesty in exams and academic works, or what we call in Vietnamese, sự thiếu trung thực trong học tập và thi cử. Quỳnh Anh, are you ready?
Yes.
Then let's go.
In our presentation today, we will present to you four topics. The first one is definition. Of course, we have to know what is dishonesty in exams and academic works. Gian lận là gì? And we will continue to talk about the causes, the reason why we find cheating so alluring. And yes, why do we repeat that action although we know that it is bad? And of course, the consequences. Why is cheating so bad? But we repeat it times after times, and what will be the consequences in the future? And finally, the prevention. How can we stop that bad action from creeping on us again and makes us repeat that? So yes, let's go.
So the first thing we're gonna discuss about is the definitions. What is cheating? I don't know. Well, cheating is as known as fraud, gian lận, deceit, sự lừa dối, or dishonesty, không trung thực in exams. For examples, copying from others during an exam, quay cóp, using unauthorized materials, dùng phao, and we think that due to the COVID-19 pandemic and also all the new variants, we have to continue to learn online, and this causes many problems to us, and it may make some students more likely to cheat during an online test.
And also dishonesty in schoolwork is the same as cheating in an exam. For example, you're totally dependent on others or online resource to do your homework, or you have someone else to do it for you, or you use plagiarism. You don't do anything, but you copy word by word what the others do. So why do we cheat? And why do we find cheating so alluring and we repeat that again and again?
Well, we have found four main causes. Well, the first things, of course, is pressure. You can get pressure from your peers, from your family, from your relatives, or just only from getting good grades and passing the test. Áp lực. And also, it depends on your poor time management. You don't have enough time to study or to be prepared for the test. Không kịp chuẩn bị. And it also comes from the laziness of the student. They don't really participate in any school works and other academic works. And last but not least, the psychological causes, which was documented by Dr. Cui. Dr. Cui, can you explain to us what are the psychological causes?
Yes, of course. In my study, I have learned that some students might not understand, they have their own models of what is considered appropriate help or collaboration, and they don't know what comprises plagiarism. Second of all, some students might blame their cheating behavior on unfair tests and or professor, which is relatable in my opinion. The third reason is some students might cheat because they have poor study skills that prevent them from keeping up with the material. Well, of course, if you cannot understand what the teachers are trying to teach you, then you will not be able to use them to do a test. And fourth, students are more likely to cheat and plagiarize if the assessment is very high stakes, or if they have low expectation of success due to perceived lack of ability or test anxiety. Một số học sinh có thể gian lận bởi vì họ không nghĩ rằng họ có thể vượt qua được bài kiểm tra. The fifth reason is some students might be in competition with other students for the grades, including me, and some students might perceive a lack of consequences for cheating and plagiarizing. Một số học sinh chưa được gọi là giáo dục và có được cái sự trừng phạt để có thể nhận ra rằng việc gian lận này là sai. And also many students are highly motivated by grades and might not see a relationship between learning and grade.
Yes, thank you so much for your great explanation, Dr. Kui. But wait, I have a question for you, Dr. Kui. What will happen if we cheat, like in a long-term way? And what are the consequences for the student who cheated?
Well, in terms of consequences, cheating brings a myriad of drawbacks, and well, we can see an obvious and immediate consequences is you missed information. Even if you get away with cheating, you don't really acquire the knowledge, which means that even though you achieve a full mark, it is not really your mark, it is not really your performance, and which then goes to say that you are not that smart. And also, you might, if you get caught on an exam, you will be disqualified for an entire course or you will be given a 0 for that test. Bạn sẽ được 0 điểm hoặc hạnh kiểm trung bình. And also, you may be given academic probation, đuổi học, which means that no going to school, no meeting with your bros, no flirting with girls, and no educational lessons, which is sad. And it will leave an irreversible back marks, making your application for college or work less desirable. This and drawbacks in the long term. Bạn sẽ bị ghi vào sổ học bạ, nó sẽ là rất là đớn đau đấy.
To solve this problem, we have come up with some measurements or prevention so that we don't cheat or students don't cheat anymore.
But what is the answer? What is the answer, Thuang? We'll probably never know. What prevents us from cheating again? Well, for good student, in class 9C1, I think none of us are good student. We are not perfect, I think. So I created this life for good students that are elsewhere. I present to you a God gift. If you click in this sun, you will be directed to a link in WikiHow on how to not cheat again. You will learn a good lesson from this link and will repeat your behavior again.
So what about the cheating students, or what we call the bad students, which literally all of us are? So I think you shouldn't be bothered the expectations. You should try to be yourself, to fight for yourself, to love yourself, and to live for yourself, and compete for your own values.
You should know that education is key. And look at the big pictures. If you have a chance to be educated, please make the most out of it, since millions of children cannot.
And you should also try to create a mental schedule to manage your time more effectively so you have time to prepare and also to study for your test and also your education in the future.
And I think this is the most important. Study with a goal. Motivate yourself. What is your aim? What do you want to achieve? Well, you should learn from one of our classmates. She stays in our math class for 9 hours. Well, obviously, she has a goal for herself.
And you should take a break sometimes to reset your mind. And also, you should try the Pomodoro method. It's very, very useful. I tried it before.
Well, I hope that from our presentation, you will not never going into an exams and like poking your brain with a stick and say do stuff ever again. Thank you for listening to our presentation.